Hello, good morning. Assalamu
Good
alaikum.
morning, sir. Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam, Dr. Rosie and Pacifier.
Hello everyone. How are you?
Hi, hello. I'm doing
Assalamu
good.
alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Shahriar, have we met Dr. Rosie before?
Yes, sir. The other day you introduced both of
Yes,
us.
in your live stream.
Okay, welcome, Dr. Rosie and Shahriar. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
welcome. Dr. Rosie, as you are taking this class, which
Mhm.
part of IELTS exam do you need to focus a little bit more?
Mm, As compared to my all four skills, I feel it's like speaking is more for me.
Okay.
But otherwise, it's
hmm
all for
How about your
grammar.
reading and listening?
Yeah, it's also yes. I don't know because speaking is for not only IELTS, it's a general. I also want to speaking class and speak good way, accurate way. But when I joined this app almost 1 month or 2 months before, then my purpose is only the speaking purpose. But after talking you and Dr. Mash, I think okay, just I go to for IELTS. But it's not my main objective or main motivation. So that's why I mostly focus on speaking. But if I go to IELTS, so I will serious about all three left: speaking, reading, listening,
Hmm.
and writing also.
Okay. And Shahriar is, more interested to develop the techniques for writing as well as for speaking, right?
Yes, sir. That's right. That's right.
So I've got a question here, Shahriar. How do you practice? When you finish the class, and how long do you practice by yourself?
Okay, so I try to practice at least 2 to 3 hours a day. Uh, I try to write uh, at least one essay
Mm,
every day,
mhm.
and I try to talk to others for at least 2 hours a day.
Ah, okay.
That's great.
So Shahriar, your name is very poetic.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, his name's
So
poetic.
yes, sir.
I'm actually thinking of the new concept like living in English. I
Mhm.
want to force myself into English because I've been learning English since my childhood, but as you can see, I haven't improved much yet. That's why I think it's one of the major setbacks because of availability of other language, my native language. I don't feel like forced for English to improve English. That's why I want to practice English for next 2 or 3 months uh, in my thoughts, in my everyday life, in everything actually, so that I can force myself into this habit.
Mhm.
Mm. So same thing
Could
is
be a
happen
good
with me
idea.
also, Sharia. Same thing. Even I start very late for learning, but before 2 months I just serious and I create a English
Okay.
environment
What do
for
you
the
think,
me.
sir? Will that be a good idea
Yes, yes.
if I force myself? Uh,
Yes, it's self motivation, basically. We don't say forcing, it's self motivation.
okay.
This proper word. Yes, Dr. Reza, you're saying something.
Yeah, I try to say it just like Shahriyar, I have same circumstances, and just because of my side the bad circumstances, I start my learning, academic learning at the age of 30. But for English, just before 2 months, I was serious, and now I create a English environment surrounding me. It's like whenever I talk, whenever I cook, I just self talk in English. Whenever I go to bed, so just I recall all event um, in whole day in English, and then the web series in English. All thing is English. Mostly talk to children with in English, but of course it's a very tough, or it's a like it's a not about the only self motivation, it's about the is exactly serve torture on myself, because we just escape my comfort zone with native language, and just pull out from there and just dump in some uncomfortable zone, some cluster where I feel very suffocated, like that. But I try to do. So inshallah, after some time, I will do.
Dr. Rose, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Your last sentence was not complete.
Okay, so I tell you, कि yes, it's a very, it's not only about self motivation, it's a like self torture also. From a native language comfort zone, I pull from that place and just come in uncomfortable zone for English speaking. So many time I feel is like irritated, but I do, fully I do, and inshallah after some time I will did
In, after
complete.
after sometimes that's the part I was trying to listen. After sometimes the last part of your sentence.
After some time, I will completed my task. I will achieve my goal, like that.
I will complete. Okay. Great. Good speech, both of you. Okay, so I believe that the way you're talking to me now, if you practice the same way, obviously you'll be successful. It might take time, but as you know that success doesn't come automatically. It's a matter of your plan,
Mhm.
focus on your weak sides, and perseverance, hard work, efforts. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm also teaching students here in Bangladesh for their test. So I sometimes advise them that practice does not make everyone perfect, but practicing in the right way
Mm-hmm.
makes everyone perfect.
I
JRF means junior research, like Sharia.
Sorry, I didn't get your
Yeah,
point.
JRF. You just teach for JRF. It's a junior research fellowship. What is the meaning?
It's
Or
it's a requirement for US universities, and it's called
uh,
graduate record exam.
okay, okay. So actually, I also teach same thing, but in for Urdu and general paper only.
Oh,
So that's why I feel it's like very familiar to me.
oh, okay, okay.
mm, that's great, Harriet, that you teach other people GRE. And which part of the GRE do you teach them?
I teach uh, uh,
Verbal
all
reasoning.
the three parts, like verbal reasoning,
Mm-hmm.
quantitative reasoning, and analytical writing.
That's cool.
Mhm.
So you must have good idea then about how you can get good score in IELTS exam because GRE is harder than
Oh,
IELTS.
I'm not sure.
Yes, sir,
Oh,
that's right.
Okay, so thank you very much for both of you for attending this lesson today. Yesterday I gave a little bit idea about Sharia, about the IELTS exam. Task one, right? we are talking about task
Yes.
one, some of the basic sounds. Okay, and task two, remember that in task two, there is one folder I need to share before that. So task two is a cue card for both of you, and most of the cases our candidates find that this is one of the challenging parts of the IELTS exam. Okay,
Yes, that's
and
right. Because you have to talk for more than 2 minutes, like at least 2 minutes on that, on the topic.
that's right. And I remember that when I take this type of test, many cases our candidates are so, pressurized. They even can talk more than 40 seconds, 1 minute, not even 2 minutes. But my suggestion would be, just be confident, start speaking.
Okay.
Okay, so let's share a file. Before that, I was listening to both of your conversation. As I said, I'm a very good listener. I've noticed in both of you there is one common problem: using number, singular plural number, correctly.
Okay.
Like Shahriar have used other, and you have used also another. Remember, another is singular, other is plural.
Okay.
The best way to remember, before another there is and
And
other. So n means
other,
one.
singular.
Yes,
Yes.
another is singular. Other languages, another language.
Other languages. Another language.
And for
Okay.
Dr. Rosie, I have seen that is very common when she writes, even speaks, use adjective as a verb. Remember that we can't use adjective as a verb. We must use adjective and there must be a verb. Like you wrote in one place, I have seen it, and also you have said the same thing. I will back. I will back is totally incorrect. I will be back.
I will be back.
Yeah, back is an adjective.
Okay.
Okay, but if you like to use it as at a verb, then backing up. Remember, Shariar, yesterday, how we can
Yes.
use noun and verb to we have to stress in two different places.
Yes, sir. That's it.
By the way, from this month of April, Hallo would be celebrating its 3 years of, you know, anniversary, and there would be program every day, whole month.
Okay.
And all the teachers have been noticed. Their teachers would be, going live broadcast with different topic, different times of,
Mm-hmm.
not different, in between 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. I think, Massachusetts time. I mean Mountain Standard Time.
Okay. Okay.
So just keep an eye on the teachers section on the day.
Okay.
All right, so let's move on some speaking techniques. These things you are all aware of it. Academic module, paper-based, computer-based. Speaking
Yes, sir.
techniques. Yeah, Dr. Rosie, I'm just repeating this
Okay.
part for both of you.
Mhm.
What are the main criteria for the speaking techniques? Okay, especially this is very important for the cue card section. Shari, do you remember when you sat for the exam? What was your topic in cue card?
It was the funniest movie I have seen in recent days.
Okay, and how was your performance?
Well, it was not satisfactory for me. I talked about a movie, funny movie, but then I did some mistakes, grammatical mistakes that I could understand at that moment that I'm making some mistakes. And also I stopped for
Mhm.
twice, maybe twice
For how long?
while I was speaking. I was out of words maybe.
Okay. All right. So if you know your weak side, always remember you can give more focus on it, how you can remove or how you can develop. And practice is, yeah, this is a common proverb, practice makes you perfect. No, practice doesn't make you perfect. As you said, Shara, until the right way of practicing, and also practice gives you confidence. Practice makes you progress rather than perfect,
Yes, sir.
because none of us
Yes.
is perfect in the world. Even the natives are not perfect either. Okay, for the cue card and for any topic, Rosie and Sharia, we have to focus one thing. First, think about the topic. What's the topic about? And because there's not much time, organize
Mm.
your idea or thoughts, how you're going to talk. Okay, you have to just do it.
Okay.
If you have in cue card, the plus point is you'll be given a pencil and a paper. You can write it. What you're going to talk. Always try
Yes,
to define.
but that
Yeah,
sometimes I feel like that 1 minute is not enough to prepare my speech.
yeah, that's the test. See, that's the reason they give you one
Yes.
minute. It's like we call it impromptu. Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
know that ready-made impromptu. So first, always try to define the topic, and remember,
Mm-hmm.
in IELTS exam, it will be amazing way to start if you say something general before you go to the main topic.
Okay.
Like funny movies, your topic was. Before you say something about funny movies, you'll just start speaking like that. Different people have got different tastes, and my taste is
Mm-hmm.
watching funny movie. Recently, I watched
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Bean, and who doesn't know Mr. Bean,
Mm-hmm.
for example? Expression is very important sometimes, and your
Yes.
feelings, natural of stop speaking, we call it articulation and natural of speaking. Hi Bilal,
Mm-hmm.
welcome. Thank you very much for subscription. If you have time, please join me. And then you start speaking the name of the movie, who was the main character,
Mm-hmm.
why do you like comedy movie, what kind of you can always give an example, one or two dialogue if there is dialects,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Okay.
And also you can compare both positive and negative sides of the movie. Welcome Bilal.
Yeah,
Hello,
hello.
welcome.
You're welcome, sir.
Would you like to tell us where are you from and what do you do?
Yeah, I'm from India and I've completed my graduation and by profession I'm a sports trainer.
Mm-hmm. So are you still a coach, sports trainer?
Yeah, but I'm out of my practice because I have a some family problems, so I'm living with my family nowadays. Okay, and yeah, I'm focusing English, how to speak English.
Right. And what is the reason for focusing how to speak in English?
Yeah, English is a global language, so international language. Like yeah, like now that every people they speak English. If you speak English, then people consider you are a good person. It's not the reason impressing people. So because in my future I wanna go abroad. That's a reason.
Okay. Thank you very much. Meet Dr. Rosie from India and Sharia from Bangladesh.
Hi, Bilal.
Hello,
Yeah,
Bilal.
hi brother. Hello.
Okay. Thanks for subscribing. And last question, why did you subscribe to me? There are many native teachers in this app.
Yeah, because your accent, so it's easy to understand me, and I like your teaching style. That's the reason.
Thank you very much. Okay, though these classes are mainly focused on speaking and writing, if you have got any questions, always you can ask me. Stop me and ask me, please. Yeah, like
Okay.
how you can stop and ask me. Is obviously, we use magic words. Did I mention, Dr. Rosie? What are magic words? Terrier? Maybe not. Okay. In the
Okay.
UK, when children go to school,
Mm-hmm.
and especially there is kindergarten, or we call it preschool sometimes. Teachers
Mm-hmm.
teach them 4 words which are called magic words. The 4 words are very common: excuse me, please, sorry, thank you.
Okay.
And they say with these 4 words you can start conversation anywhere, any part of the world. But being a polite, like, excuse me, eh, I've got a question for you, or I'm lost, could you please tell me what it is? Oh, it's just around the corner. Oh, thank you. Please, may I know your name, for example? Yeah, these are the 4 ways, 4 words. Always
Okay.
remember that. I also call magic words because I find that these words are really very strong word. If you want to use it, if you know how to,
Start a conversation.
yeah, to start, and always we say thank you for each and every action, each and every little help.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Excuse me, please,
sorry,
sorry,
thank you.
and thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
the difference between excuse me and sorry is that excuse me is to bring an attention. Excuse me is not that you are going to ask forgiveness. Okay, remember
Mm-hmm.
that that's a very amazing way to use excuse me. That means you're trying to bring attention, but in a very polite way.
Yes, that's right.
Like, excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
Sharia, I forgot. You said that you are expert in mathematics. Am I wrong? For example. Then, so, oh, yeah, you are wrong.
Okay.
I'm an engineer, I'm a pharmacist, I'm a doctor, I'm not a mathematician, for example. Oh, it's my mistake. Thank you for the answer. You see, remember that these
Yes,
four
yes,
words are
yes.
we always used in everyday spoken English,
Mm-hmm.
but we need to know how, when, and under which perspective. That's very important.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Bilal, if you have got any question before we start giving some more tips about speaking.
Mhm. Yeah. So how can we build our word?
Did you say word?
Hello. Yeah. And word and vocabulary. How can we build?
You have to read a lot. You have to study. You know, in order to get more words on vocabulary, we must study.
Mm-hmm.
We must read. So read
Yeah.
those topics which are interesting for you. It could be physics. It could be chemistry. It could be geography. It could be documentary.
Mm-hmm.
It could be science. It could be COVID. It could be sports,
Mm-hmm.
cricket, football,
Mm-hmm.
celebrity news. Okay, politics,
Mm-hmm.
economics. And I always suggest for all of our learners to read newspaper. The reason is that newspaper is the place where you will be finding all kinds of words, a combination, everything, whatever I have mentioned. There is politics,
Formal, casual.
yes, and all of them are, remember, academic and formal words.
Mm-hmm.
That is the important part.
Okay.
And in
Okay.
IELTS exam, Sharia and Dr. Rosie, it is very important for you to use formal words, especially in writing.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know which are formal words, I'll suggest both of you to have a look in Google or internet. There are so many websites
Mm-hmm.
you'll be able to find. For example, ask and inquire. Ask is an informal, inquire is a formal.
Informal.
Help and assist. Help is informal, assist is formal. But remember that conversational English is totally different than the written English.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to just maintain that standard of speaking as well as standard of writing. And
Okay.
Sharia, do you know that as an IELTS candidate or GRE teacher, we do not use a lot of in written English. Lots of, tons of. We use in spoken English, but in written English we don't use it. We use much or many, simply. Okay, this is one of the examples. Formal and informal. So let's move on. Sharia, are you there?
Yes, sir, but it was a bad connection.
Yeah, that's why I have become disappeared from the screen. And Bilal is still there?
Yeah. Yes, sir. I'm still here.
I can't see you on the screen anymore. I don't know the reason why. Anyway, Bilal, some of the basic tips that we have been added to a subscriber chat for the same class. If you've got any question regarding grammar, vocab, or any other problem, you can always write there in the group, or you can write to me personally. And when I'll
Okay.
be free, I'll try to answer it.
Okay.
Okay, basic tips for speaking. Remember, we all know words. First thing, we have to know vocabulary. Bilal, that is the important part
Mm-hmm.
for any topic, even for the IELTS, candidate. Vocab and right kinds of vocab. Remember that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'll suggest you, all of you, to read every day, at least half an hour. Whatever you read, okay, learn the words, learn what kind of perspectives, and try to make sentences. Otherwise, before the end of the day, you're going to forget whatever you have learned, and that is the very common phenomena of human brain. We can remember everything. That is a plus point in some senses. Others, if you had pain, bad times in your life, if you could remember, you always sorry. Yeah, you'll be feeling your own life. It's a neuron, or the nerve cell has an
Mm-hmm.
amazing character. It takes away your old pains and it gives you new strength. That's how we are called humans, okay? And we know how to forgive other people. And forgiveness is a
Yes.
very good quality. Remember that. Okay, let's move on. After vocabulary, we need to know the basic grammar. For IELTS candidates, I will suggest that you must
Mm-hmm.
know at least tense. Tense is a very amazing, grammar feature. If you know tense, you must know articles, you must know gender, you must know situations, you must know persons, you must know
Mm-hmm.
parts of speech. Hi, Chicky, thanks for
That's
the
right.
subscription. And you must know, indirectly active and passive voice and narrative speech. Chicky, if you are free, please do join. And please remember that an hour with me is not enough. Never. I just can give you some hints, guidelines. I can show you the techniques, but you need to practice at home at your own time. And that is the real practice, honestly. I always say for
Mm-hmm.
all of our learners. When you're practicing yourself and you feel that, oh, I'm learning this, I'll know this rule from the class, now I'm applying it. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
For the IELTS exams, rule number 2, number 1 is grammar. Use correct grammar. Chiki, are you there? I can see Chiki and Bilal on my screen because I'm from the laptop. I can show my mobile. They're there. Okay. Correct grammar. So what does correct grammar means? Once again, if the question is in present tense, you can answer in present or past or future, depending how you're going to answer it. If a question is past tense, you must answer in past tense. Unless it is a direct speech or narrated speech, we call it quotation sometimes. If the question is in future, you must answer in future. Remember that. That's the call
Mm-hmm.
using correct grammar. Number 2, clarity. Clarity means when we are talking, sometimes some people are pressurized. They feel shyness. Also, they feel
Mm-hmm.
uncomfortable. They don't want to speak clearly. We do not do it. Do not. We call it mumble. Speak clearly. Clarity. It doesn't matter. Your pronunciation may be wrong, but remember that for pronunciation, you have got different marks. For speaking loudly,
Yes, that's
you have got marks. Next one would be accuracy. Two ways it can be done on grammar and pronunciation. And also, if you know a new words or phrases, but if you don't know how to use it, do not use it. Because using in contextual basis is very, very important for being a good speaker. Okay?
mm-hmm.
So use simple words is fine. And because of the IELTS exam, I always suggest to use compound sentences. And I'm sure that Shahriar and Dr. Rosie, you both are aware of compound sentences. Bilal, are you there?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm here,
Okay.
but
Yeah, go on.
I don't know what is compound sentence.
Okay, we'll
So I
explain.
have to.
I'll let me finish this explanation, then I'll come back to compound sentence once again.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Self-correction, very important. Even in the public speaking, when you're having conversation with any friends, family, school, college,
Mm-hmm.
lecture, presentation, PhD thesis, postdoctoral research paper. If you find that something is mistaken, you have said, just say, sorry, that is
Mm-hmm.
wrong. This is the right form. Especially in
Mm.
IELTS, it is very important if you correct yourself. Okay?
Okay.
Talk
Yeah.
loudly. Chiki, are you there?
Yes.
Excuse
How
me,
are you,
sir.
sir?
I have a question.
Yes, Sharia.
So, when I was going for the 2 minute topics, like the cue card topic, part two, I made a mistake, grammatical mistake. I knew at that time that I made a mistake, but I could not correct myself at that time because I didn't know that self-correction is necessary. And if I want to do that in future, then what will be my approach? How can I do that?
Okay. Uh, One of the common mistakes is this phrase, one of the common. Always we use singular. Uh, if you find that you have not used plural
Okay.
subject, straight to say, sorry, it should be plural.
Mm-hmm.
One of my mistakes rather than one of my
Mm-hmm.
mistake.
Okay.
Always use the magic word, sorry, okay? Remember, magic words has great implications. And we have got a new member.
Okay. Okay.
Chiki, welcome.
Thank you, sir. How
W-
are you?
I'm quite good. Thanks for asking. Would you like to tell us, please, where are you from and what do you do?
Yeah. I'm from the central part of India, from Madhya Pradesh, and I'm a student. My 12th examination are in the month of February. Right now, I'm preparing for entrance examinations.
All right. Welcome. Meet Bilal from India, Dr. Rosie from India, and Shariar from Bangladesh.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, hi Chiki.
So, Chiki, you have been added to our subscriber chat for this lesson. If you have got any question when the class is over, you can always write there or ask me in the group or privately if you don't want to. Because sometimes some students do not feel comfortable to ask question in group chat. They ask me personally. Whenever I'll be free, I'll try to answer you back. Okay. And this lesson is mostly for though it is mostly for the IELTS candidates, especially speaking and writing, but you can also ask me other questions like grammar or vocab. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And always please stop if you've got any question and ask me.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So let me finish quickly, then I'm coming back compounds. And time goes quickly. We have also this time control. Remember, it is an hour. I will start 2-3 minutes earlier and twice weekly for 4 weeks at the moment. So I don't know if you have signed up for trial basis or not. Looks like both of you have signed up for trial basis where you will get only 2 lessons. And after that, if you want to continue, you have to sign up. Okay. All right. Number 5.5 is talk loudly, talk loud enough so that the examiner can hear you, assess you. Remember that if the examiner is not able to hear your explanation, there is no way the examiner can assess you. There is no way I can assess you when you're talking. I can't find you. Let's, if your speaking is very low, I say speak loudly, please. Yeah, remember that it's very important. Do not
Okay.
speak too fast. Do not speak too slow. What does it mean? It means some of our learners have the trend to speak faster. Do not do that. You don't have to be faster. If you speak faster, what happens? Number one, much possibility that you're making a grammar mistake. Number two, much possibility that you'll make a pronunciation mistake. Much possibility that you'll be jumbled up with the words. Jumble up means
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to pronounce the word correctly.
Mm-hmm.
It's important for all of the candidates. Point number 6, maintain 3 seconds gap technique in speaking. This is like a universal rule. Many of our candidates are not aware of it. What is a 3 seconds gap? Like Shahrid, you mentioned, you stopped. If you are speaking about a topic and you suddenly stop because you don't know the words, do not make the gaps more than 3 seconds, maximum 5 seconds.
Okay.
Some examiners
Okay.
say 5 seconds. Yeah. So,
Okay.
so what happens if you're not talking more than 5 seconds? Your fluency would be down. You'll not be,
Mm-hmm.
treated as a fluent speaker. Remember, the first criteria
Okay.
of IELTS exam is being fluent and speaking coherently. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let me
Yes.
give you an example. Now, I've given it a topic, global warming. You started speaking. Global warming is a warming of, then you're thinking, what should be the next word? 1 second gone, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, 5 second. Then you said, warming of the world, of globe. Now, there shouldn't be a gap like this. You have to maintain that rhythm of speaking, is normal flow once again. Okay, be
Mm-hmm.
confident even if you are making mistakes, Sharia, and everyone, Chiki, Bilal, or Dr. Rosie. Always be confident and positive. Never think that, oh, I'm making mistake, grammar mistake. If you think that, you'll be making more mistakes. Just overcome it, because it's a test, it's a practice. Remember that. That's why they're going to assess your English, because English is not your first language. Okay, always be confident and be positive. Sometimes students say, oh, teacher, I cannot
That's
do it, I don't want to do it. No, don't bring any negative thoughts even in the practice. Yes, Sharia, do you have any
yes,
question?
sir.
Do you have any question?
Yes, okay. No, 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 no.
Number 8, do not be
Sorry for interrupting.
repetitive. Repetitive, yeah.
Okay.
What does it mean? Let me give you example. uh, Many of cases, our learners use, we call it fillers, like actually, actually, actually.
Do you know
Mm-hmm.
You,
actually like that?
that's right, yeah. Don't
Mm.
use this type of filler when you're talking. It really weakens the standard and quality of your speaking. Like, you know what, actually, well, you can use once or twice, that's fine, but do not use more than 3 times. My suggestion would be, in conversation, do not use more than 3 times. Okay,
One word.
Okay.
sorry, Chiki.
Yeah, we don't have to use like one word in a, like if we are doing something, we are asking something, then we don't have to repeat that word again.
That's right, yeah. And I've noticed
Okay.
most of our learners have this trend to use actually. It- it's a very common phenomenon. I remember
Yeah.
I had a test with a student and he used 14 times actually in 1 minute. I said to him, you have to remove this actually. Speak without actually. And I said, look, now you're not using actually, but you're progressing. So that's the reason why you have to, Dr. Rosie said, self-torture or self-motivation or self-inspiration is needed sometimes to remove it. Okay. Now, number
Okay.
9, use different kinds of vocabs. So in this case, we have to know synonyms of the word. For example, you're using beautiful. Now you have to, if you want to use the beautiful again in the sentence, use synonyms like attractive, okay, amazing,
Amazing, gorgeous,
gorgeous, pretty,
fabulous,
fabulous.
Mind
fabulous.
your
Yeah, fabulous.
That's right. Sorry, Chiki, say again.
Vibrant is also used this case. No, it's like different. Vibrant is like as for a specific personality.
Please remember that when you're trying to use, if the contents is okay, you can use it. That will be my
Okay.
answer. Remember that synonyms are not 100% accurate of the same meaning. They're almost same meaning. But as I said, Content is
Ac-
very
Yeah,
important when you're,
according to content, according to sentence, and which
yes,
type of essay
Yeah,
it's like.
actually.
Sometimes it's like very literary, sometimes philosophical. So just the choice of word is as same
uh,
It's according
according
to
to
the
content.
sentence that what we are using that time.
Yeah, exactly.
exactly. Okay. Now, next is make it personal. When you're giving example, give your example about yourself. Don't bring anyone. This is another indirect advice for being a good speaker. Or you can mention
Okay.
like XYZ or ABC. Sometimes, if you remember in speaking, we need to give example. Okay. Uh,
Explain something.
to
Okay.
explain something. Yes. Give give the example of yours or XYZ or ABC. If you do not mention anyone, make it
Okay.
interesting. How can we make a conversation interesting? Remember, when always smiley mood. Yeah, these are the techniques for job interview as well. Remember that.
Okay.
Uh,
And some illustration is giving some illustration example
which
and
one?
something connected with at the time of speaking, just connected with some live example, some illustration,
Right.
some proverb. So like it's more beautiful.
Remember, the more you speak, it will be easier for the examiner to assess you. So bring examples, illustration. That's fine.
Mm.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Like to make my speech interesting, can I use my hands like
Body language.
while I'm talking?
Body language.
Yeah,
Yes,
Yes.
body
body language.
language,
Very good.
non-verbal communication.
Verbal communication. Yes. Do you know there is a communication theory called 74855? Does anyone know?
Mhm.
No,
I'll suggest
I don't know.
all of you today read it when we finish. Yeah?
I know only a receiver channel, receiver message channel, and audience like that. It's a four part of communication theory, but not about what you say.
Okay, I've written in the
Just
comment section. Everyone,
okay.
please, Shariar, Chiki, Bilal, and Dr. read it. This theory
Mhm.
has been designed by, uh, I think his name is Albert. He's from which country? I thought. The,
Mhm.
this is a very amazing theory that our body language, our tone is very important when you're talking
Important.
rather than the words.
Because, yeah.
Then we are
Mhm.
like
And
if we are doing a presentation or something else, then we can use that types of things. That should be make it like more interesting or like
mm,
Hmm.
that.
and sometimes it's a depend upon the audience also. It's a heterogeneous audience. It's a little bit different because the other culture, other, yeah. But in the time of examination or academic purpose, it's a heterogeneous, it's a monogeneous. So only as per
Like so, if we are like giving the interview or something else, then we are like
Mhm.
using these types of things, or you can say that it will be like okay if you are not like
Like
doing.
more accurate and more to the point, I feel, for
Mm.
academic interview purpose. Other than normal speaking purpose is just you think about the audience and
Okay,
give
Okay.
example of
uh,
different.
but in both cases, you can always use the body language. It depends on how you like to present your communication to your listener.
And I have one question, sir, because I just joined. According to my writing or my speaking, I'm not in good speaker, but in writing it's good. So that time I think if you, according to your content, your choice of word is very appropriate. Like in simple way, we call about the problem and solve, like two words and easily. But in some content about the digital platform or some IT platform, so it's like error and rectify. So we focus on that also, the choice of word, where I use the good choice as per content is philosophical or it's like scientific or it's like a spiritual content.
It's everywhere, Dr.
It's all
Rosie.
okay.
Remember, I'm going to give you another three words after that. After finishing this, this is
Mhm.
content, collocation, and connotation. Three C's.
Ah,
Yeah.
please say
Okay.
that.
So
Yes.
three C's. Remember that the three C's are very important when you're having conversation,
Okay.
wherever you are. It could be academic, it could be job interview, it could be a test, it could be a speaking, it could be political speaking even. And it's speaking is kind of art. Okay, not everyone can do that. So sometimes that's why we need to know the rubrics, we call it strategies, and just practice it to build up your confidence level. Okay, so let's move on to the bar 11. Make it interesting. So how can make it interesting? Shadia is saying, when you're talking about a topic, you can always make it interesting by bringing a little bit related funny example or joke. Yeah, but that's not possible in every case. Remember that if you can't make it interesting, don't make it. You can ignore this point. Point number 12, Dr. Rosie, she sat for a few tests with me, and not only her, and for few places, many of our learners always go beyond the topic, stick to the
Yes,
point. Like if you're talking about global warming, talk about global warming and related causes, possible solution, and what are the impact in our human lives or the planet. Do not talk about COVID in that case. Yeah, please.
yes.
It's for all of you. Point number 12, it happens honestly. When you're nervous, you bring something else. Do not do that.
Mhm.
So what happens if you bring it? Now, two things happen. You're out of the topic, minus point. There is no minus point,
Mhm.
0 point. And you're telling something which you are not aware of it. Because you're bringing the explanation suddenly. It happens when you are too nervous in any exam. Job interview, it could be IELTS exam or even the other interviews. Okay. Number 13, talk as much as you can. Okay. If you have good knowledge about any topic, speak it.
Okay.
Always be outspoken. Always make sure you talk as much as possible. Even if you're shy, if you don't speak, remember that you will not be marked in IELTS exam. And you'll be given
Mhm.
lower score. You don't want lower score. We always want you get the highest score. Okay? Speak
Okay.
naturally. Important. Do you have to follow accent? Never, ever. You don't have to follow any kinds of accent, but you have to follow the basic pronunciation techniques. And
Mhm.
yesterday, Dr. Rosie, you didn't join. I gave some good techniques, I should say, because it covers
Yeah.
around 30 to 40% of the speaking techniques in IELTS exam.
Mm, okay. So I will go through the recorded classes.
Clear. So it's also for Chiki and Belal. If you want to see any of my recorded class, it is underneath my account. Oh, teacher, thank you very much for the donation. I will join you next class, teacher Nils, when I'm free. Okay. Speak articulately. What does it mean now? You see, when you're talking, we speak natural and articulate. So be your own way. You don't have to follow anyone. Remember that. You develop your own pronunciation technique. You develop your own accent. Okay. Remember that there are thousands of
Okay.
accents and only two types of pronunciation. Once again, don't be confused. British pronunciation, British IPA, and American pronunciation or American IPA. And other
Yes.
than this, whatever is this is your own accent. Accent could be, impacted by our mother tongue, and that is very much likely for each and every person because our mother tongue is not English. So obviously, when we're trying to speak in English, it has got a little bit effect. That is
If
overcomable.
I can add one point here.
Go on.
So I have heard that in USA also there are thousands of accents. Like it varies from one state to
Exactly, more than 48,
people.
48 dialects. In the UK, more than 42.
Hmm.
So which one is the standard accent? Standard accent, the pronunciation techniques, the way what must be pronunciation. So remember that, guys and ladies, pronunciation rule that helps us to pronounce the word accurately, how it should be pronounced. Please, my suggestion, do not use Google Dictionary. Anyone, go to the specific dictionary, either Oxford or Cambridge
Okay.
or Merriam-Webster or Collins. Never ever check
Hmm.
any word from Google
Yes,
Hmm.
sir.
because Google is more or less, taunted, we call, Content means not accurate. And when you're going to the
Mm-hmm.
Google, it doesn't say whether it's British accent or whether, sorry, it's English or American English.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Okay.
it is better for you to go to the specific site and find the word and always listen to the word. What does it say? Okay. As I said, number
Okay.
15, context, collocation, connotation, what it means.
The three C's.
Three C's, yes, and compound sentence, it came at the last because these
Mm-hmm.
are the two vital features in IELTS exam or any other certificate exams. You need to know how
Mm-hmm.
you can write compound sentences. That's the last part. You need to know how you can use a word on context. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't know how to use it in context base, most probably you're using it wrongly. You're not going to get good marks, even though your pronunciation is the best. But because the context is not correct, your answer is incorrect. Did you get the point, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Please, please, my suggestion would be when you're learning a word, read the examples as well. But if you're confused, always ask someone else. Remember that asking is not a wrong thing. I ask thousands of questions always, and I
Yeah,
learn.
sir. Please give an example.
Give an example. Okay,
Yes, sir.
now simple example. I'm writing a word, beautiful. Okay, make a sentence with beautiful, Achiki.
Okay.
Chiki, make a sentence please with the word beautiful. Chiki, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Could you please make a sentence with the word beautiful? I have written in the comment section.
Okay. Uh, my profile picture is beautiful.
Okay. Dr. Rosie, would you like to give an example?
Mm. Which word? It's a beauty?
Yes, ma'am.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay. Um, hmm, uh, s- uh, mm, what I okay, simple sentence. It's yeah, the flower is very beautiful.
Okay. Bilal? Bilal, are you still there? I can't see him anymore. Okay, Sharia.
Okay. So, things that look beautiful from the outside are not always beautiful from the inside.
Wow, it's very like a poetic quote. Well done,
Yeah.
Sharia.
Okay.
Yeah, actually.
I was trying to make a long sentence. That's right.
Okay. You, that's really very good if you can make long sentence, and these long sentences are nothing but compound or complex sentence. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, there is some basic structure you can make it. That's good. All of your examples are correct. Yeah. But if somebody says, I have a beautiful job, it is not contextual. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, sir.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Remember that beautiful could
So,
be, yeah,
okay.
go on.
Sir, just I want to use like in this context, what I understand, you just correct me if I'm wrong. Like I told you, okay, I am suffering from massive emotional turbulence because I did not find my beautiful dress. So it's like a very very simple yeah, and a very huge word. But if I told, okay, I facing lots of massive emotional turbulence after demise of my husband, so is the like correct because the something happened is very big way very big loss, so like that you try to say like that.
Yes. So your both of the contents are correct. Turbulence.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because you couldn't find the dress, you're feeling, yes, you're feeling sorry. You're feeling. Uh,
This is not at a very huge word of like
that's right.
mm,
And
yeah.
but as I said, um, like it's a beautiful day. What do you think? Is it a
Mhm.
correct sentence, Sharia?
No.
It's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
I think it's correct.
Okay. Dr. Rosie says no. Chiki, what's your opinion? It's a
No.
beautiful day.
Yeah, from my point of view, is also like it's a right answer.
It's the right
Like
answer.
right word.
Yes, beautiful is not always about about your business. Remember, it is how the things are going on. Remember, that's why it is called content.
Mhm.
Dr. Rosie, it's a beautiful day.
Mhm.
We're sitting down beside a
Okay.
lake, and suddenly I found that a guy was coming.
Mhm.
Well, let's try to make stories, you know. So
Uh,
remember, content is important. Now, what is
okay.
collocation? Collocations,
Collocation two word uses
uh,
connection of two words
yeah.
with
Could you please give us an
find
example?
find. Yeah, just transformation of yourself,
Give us a
like self reliance.
mhm. Some other simple examples, Dr. Rosie. I know that you're
Simple
giving.
example. Okay, like that. Yeah, fall in love like that. It's a very simple. It's a collocation of two.
Fall in love. Okay. Sharia,
Yeah.
do you know any example of collocation?
I'm unclear of this term,
Okay, I'll explain it then.
collocation.
If you know, that's fine. That's what I'm asking. Chiki, do you know what is collocation?
No, so actually, I don't know. I know about it, but yeah, the sentence are not coming in right off my mind.
Okay, no worries. F- What does collocation mean? This is the basic thing we need to understand. Collocation is like a group of words. It could be one word or more than one word. I'm sorry, two words or sometimes three.
Okay.
So second words are most in the preposition. Most of the cases, first word is like a verb. For example, listen. Yeah, it's very
Okay.
simple example
Okay.
is how many of you use listen or listen to? How when you're giving example, do you use listen to? Hey, are you listening to me or are you listening me? Which one you think is the correct in case?
Listening to me is correct, but listening
Skill is
to
Listening to
music is wrong.
to someone.
Listening music is right, I think.
you get the point now, Sharia. See, this is called collocation when we know how to use this part of the word correctly. I'm listening to you, but I'm I'm listening to say John Denver songs. When you're
Okay.
specifying, that's fine.
Mhm.
Similarly, collocation is the concept when we know one word should take another word naturally, and
Okay.
it is
Okay.
obviously part of, you know, we call it group verbs, sometimes or phrasal verbs. I'm,
Okay.
I'm writing it. So, for example, listen to, subscribe to, like,
Mm-hmm.
did you subscribe to my lesson, or this is subscribe me? No, this is subscribe to my lesson. Yeah. So
Yes.
That's
collocation.
right.
So if you go to a dictionary that's called collocation dictionary, you'll find thousands of examples, and you know most of them. Just have a look, please, all of you. And
Okay.
connotation is that when you're using the words in a word can be used in three different way: positive way, negative way, neutrally. Depending on the context, you have to understand whether I should use the word in positively or negatively or neutrally.
Uh,
Okay, that is the basic idea of
sir,
connotation.
sir, third one is I had lost. What about the
Connotation.
what is
Okay,
Connotation.
contention? Yes,
Connot
contention.
connotation means a word
Mm.
or our concept may have three different directions. One is positive directions, one is negative directions, one is neutral. Okay.
Okay.
So depending on the context, sometimes you feel that, oh, I have to make a positive sentence in this case. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a good example of positive connotation. Or depending on the, you know, context, you can see that no, I should be neutral. So it is a neutral connotation. Okay.
Okay.
But
This,
then
this concept is highly used in GRE
ye-
problem solving and verbal reasoning.
exactly these three C's, Sharia. Thank you very much. Being a GRE teacher, you should. I thought that you should know better than me. Anyway, that's fine. We always learn. Okay, and last one is we have got 1 minute 37 seconds. Using compound and complex sentences. Let's go to compound
Yeah.
first. Uh, please remember compound sentence means more than one concept, one sentence in one expressions. Like it's a
Okay.
beautiful but sunny day. Look, it's beautiful one sentence,
Beautiful.
sunny day another sentence, and we have joined with the word but.
Conjunction.
Conjunction, very good. So compound sentence are the concepts of when you're bringing two different ideas or sentences with using conjunctions, sometimes
Mhm.
even some adverbs like though, although, despite, in
Mm-hmm.
spite, you know, and
Okay.
However,
however,
Yeah, although like inspired for all my effort and success, I was not successful to speaking
yes.
like that.
And also we use fanboys, the common conjunction.
Mm.
It's an acronym.
that's right.
F stands for, A for and for nor, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, S for so.
Okay.
So,
I'll
Great.
suggest all of you find these acronyms, please. That's your homework. Yeah.
Yes.
74855 communication theory fanboys. And
Mm.
oh, we've got 10 seconds more. Okay. And if you've got any questions, write on the subscriber chat. All right.
okay, sir.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
sir.
I'll see you and
Thank
join
you.
my
Yeah,
public live
thank you,
stream
sir.
to practice more. Yeah. That's totally free.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Bye.